Hey guys, JFM here to give you a special video. You thought I was going to go through that door, didn't you? Well, I tricked you. Anyway, thank you for clicking on this video because it is the 9th anniversary of Jeff and Taylor. 9 years ever since the first year, '04. November of '04. That's when I made this whole idea, Jeff and Taylor. I mean, the characters have been with me ever since I was a kid, but the whole plot, it was centered, it was all morphed together in November 16th, 2004. And today's the 9th anniversary, and I thank you for that. So today's video is going to be a nice long one. Hope you guys don't mind. It's a good idea since I was not updating that much in this channel, and I'm very sorry. You know, you have every right to be angry at me. But not now, because now it's the 9th anniversary video, and I'll tell you what, I have special plans and all that junk. So without further ado, let's begin. So, hello guys, I have something special right here in my hands, and that is, I'm gonna say it's the only pages, the only surviving pages of this book right here. I made this a long time ago. Maybe over a decade ago, I don't know, but it's like a little precursor of the Jeff and Taylor series we know now. But this was like the two guys' first adventure, basically. Almost. I mean, it started with two big idiots, and then it transformed into this. But this is like something I started, and then I just stopped doing it because I just got bored of it. But I'm going to read you the story, along with the illustrations, very soon. And a little PSA. If you guys draw, and you have all your old drawings in your room, making a mess or something like that, don't throw them away. Please, do this one favor for me. Do not throw away your old drawings, because when you're an adult like me, and then want to look back and just want to, you know, relive those memories just by looking at those pictures, then you know, it'll be worth it if you keep it. Just keep it in a folder or a briefcase or something like that. You know, instead of just being scattered around. Because I made that mistake. I made that mistake of throwing away my old books. I threw away Two Big Idiots 1 and 2, and Jeff and Taylor's Old Adventures, and my Pokemon books and all that. So I'm telling you, don't do it. I don't know. I mean, I kicked myself in the butt for that, but yeah. This, along with other books, I'll probably read the other books to you another year, but for now, let's read Jeff and Taylor in the Four Diamonds. It's a pretty interesting book, let me tell you. So, here we go. I'm going to read it. Okay, let's start. Just to let you know, this little story, Jeff and Taylor in the Four Diamonds, is in the beginning, it bears an uncanny resemblance to the Super Mario Brothers movie. So just so you know, if you say that there's any resemblance, then you're right. You know, I had no real, I don't know, I wouldn't say creativity, because I was very creative when I was little. It was just I would say that I really needed a boost when I created when I wrote these stories. You know, it's just, you know, the main plot is similar. It's just I changed dialogues and all that. So hey, we all start like that, most of us. And yeah, and it's a given that the artwork will be pretty, with the lack of a better word, shitty. So. Yeah, there you have it. Jeff and Taylor in the Four Diamonds. Let's start. Let's begin this bitch. Page 1. Oh, I forgot. When I wrote these old books, they're being spoken in Jeff's perspective, so this is in first person. So Jeff is telling the story. So here we go. What an adventure! Cars crashing, trucks exploding, fire breathing, and bad guys made out of paper. I'm Jeff, the co-star of this story. My parents kicked me out of their house when I was 10. It's a religion in my family. That a boy turns 10, he lives by himself in a house.
I'm 13 years old. I wear the same clothes every day. A white hat, a gray shirt with the number 4 on it, denim jeans, and glasses. Taylor is my best friend in the universe. Of course, he did got hit in the head when he was young. It doesn't mean that he's mentally challenged. He's just a little dumb sometimes. He lives with me in separate bedrooms. His parents kicked him out because he was so annoying. Oh, gosh. I completely forgot what I wrote here. But this is so surprising. Taylor also wears the same clothes every day. A light gray hoodie, yellow shorts with black trims, and he has spiky hair. What I was talking about earlier, that was an adventure we had. An adventure in another dimension. Now, let me take you a week back about our adventure. And here's their house, which is like, I guess you can say this is a precursor to Jeff's house in the comic. But yeah, my God, a religion really to kick out your child to live in a house? Jeez. Okay. Next page. I really don't know what that thing is in the corner in the window. And look at the size of that house, though. It looks like a mansion. It's bigger than my house. Okay, so our house isn't that great. Yeah, it is. Jeez. But it's nice on the inside. Our house is a 3-floor building that cost $12,000. Wow. I want to find a house that costs $12,000. Jeez. Okay. My dad had to pay for our house. Then he had a heart attack. When he recovered, we asked for $1,500 more. Then he had another heart attack. Now what I was saying earlier, oh yeah, about our adventure in another dimension. Let me take you a week back. It all started when I was styling my hair and brushing my teeth while Taylor was watching this TV show about gossip, rumors, lies, and people from outer space. "Jeff," Taylor shouted, "come look." "What is it?" for the 100th time, I demanded. Taylor answered, "They took a picture of the missing link." "That's just a monkey with a human nose," I claimed. Taylor stared at the TV as if the television was hypnotizing him in a satisfying way while I was looking after him, just in case he spaces out. And this is the picture of their enormous empty living room, and Taylor's awkwardly sitting on the couch. Yeah. Okay, there's a whole bunch of things that I will just want to rip apart about this story, just with the first few pages. I think it's funny how Jeff's is like, my dad had a heart attack. What was I saying earlier? Oh yeah. Jeff, you insensitive prick. Okay. Next page. Okay, Taylor saying, "Last week they reported a guy in another dimension," stated Taylor. "Oh please, another dimension?" I bickered. "Hey, it could happen," sighed Taylor. I went to the kitchen, opened the refrigerator. I grabbed my favorite ice cream, vanilla. "Oh no, we're out of vanilla ice cream." I almost fainted. I cried out loud, "Taylor, break out the money. We're going to the supermarket." "Supermarket? But that's so boring," Taylor whined. "You want to be normal, right?" I asked Taylor. "That's boring, man," Taylor whined even more. We got in our car, and Taylor drove. I know 13-year-olds can't drive yet, but when the police came, we would disguise our voices and trick the police. Then Jeff says, "Okay, go left." Taylor sharply turned right. "Left! Left! I said left!" "I don't know, Jeff. I have a good feeling about this detour," claimed Taylor. And that's the car. Looks like it's modeled after a Jeep Wrangler. Yeah. Gotta love that street. That's the best perspective in the world. Next page. "You know, sea turtles travel thousands of miles by instinct," stated Taylor. I barked, "Not in the city, they don't." In the other side of town, 8th grade kids were mining in Somerville Cave to find some platinum for a project. One girl's name was May. She was a 14-year-old with black hair and a purple leather vest. One girl said, "May, another shovel broke. We need more money to buy more equipment." "Okay, I'll go to the other side of town and call the school," said May. Yeah. Meanwhile, Jeff and Taylor's Jeep broke down. They parked on the side of the road and, oh, it looks like I quickly turned to a third person. Right in the middle of the story. Jeez. I always do that with my old books, I remember. Okay. Anyway, they parked on the side of the road near a store. "I'll go get the ice cream and bottled water while you fix the Jeep," Jeff walked in. Soon, while Taylor was struggling with the car, May picked up a telephone right next to Taylor. Taylor accidentally pulled out some wires off the Jeep as he stared at May as if he fell in love with her. And he did. This is a very, very weird composition. Yeah, May's in the bottom. That random building that says enter. Jeez. I remember I thought that was the best drawing of a car when I first drew it. It's not. It's not. Looks like a box. A cardboard box. Next page. Jeff got out of the store anxiously, eating his vanilla ice cream out of the carton. "Psst, Jeff, over here," Taylor whispered, not letting May hear him. "I know where you are, Taylor," Jeff said. Taylor whispered in Jeff's ear, "Do you think that girl's cute?" "Yeah, go talk with her," Jeff suggested. "No way, I'll make a fool of myself," Taylor cried. May hung up the phone and approached us. "Oh, what the hell? Now I'm going back to first person?" Hello, she showed her beautiful aqua blue eyes at Taylor. Taylor's face turned pink. "Hey, weren't you on the phone?" Jeff asked. It was busy. She turned red, looking at Taylor. "I better get going. Bye." "Wait, we haven't introduced ourselves yet," Jeff said. "I'm Jeff Jefferson, and this is my friend Taylor Tanner." "Jeff, don't," whispered Taylor. I like this. I like this story. Switching from first person to third. It's so ballin'. "I'm May." Taylor finally spoke to her. We have a car. Of course it's ugly, but it's the inside that counts." "Could you guys give me a ride to Somerville Cave?" May said. "Of course would. Butter?" May stared at Taylor. "You're funny," she said. We soon arrived at the cave. Taylor escorted May out of the Jeep. "Dinner," Jeff coughed out the word. "You want to go to a fancy restaurant tonight at 7? Taylor asked. "Okay, I'll meet you where we first met," May said in a sweet voice. Then she left. "Jeff," Taylor said, "I love her." At 6 o'clock that evening, Taylor took a long shower and got ready to leave. I need to smell nice and spiffy on my first date," Taylor exclaimed. There he is, getting ready, spraying that spray deodorant on him. It's terrible. Before he left, Jeff said, "Taylor, what's the number one rule in dating?" Be yourself," he answered. "No, don't fart." Jesus. Oh my God. Jeff stated. Okay. Just when Taylor left, Jeff turned on the TV. The television was talking about a mysterious thing happening at Somerville Cave. "Somerville Cave!" Jeff cried. "I better go there and find out what the mysterious thing is." After dinner, Taylor and May decided to go to Somerville Cave to look at the platinum. "Wow, sure is shiny in here," said Taylor. "Wait till you see my secret hiding spot in here." "It's beautiful," May said. Taylor got closer to her. "You're beautiful." They were about to kiss until Jeff ran inside and crashed on Taylor. "Hi, guys," he said. Yeah. Don't you just love it? A whole bunch of platinum and people can dig it up. Jeez, if only. What are you doing here, Jeff?" Taylor yelled. I went here to see what the mysterious thing was down here, Jeff answered. I had no idea you guys were here. While Jeff and Taylor were fighting, something grabbed May. Excuse me, what? Okay. Something orange, wearing a loincloth and a butt on his head, grabbed May's mouth and kidnapped her down a small exit. Jeff and Taylor didn't notice that May had been kidnapped. May! May! Taylor shouted. Where are you? They heard screaming coming through the small exit. I'm going there. But Taylor, you don't know what's down there, Jeff said. Well, there's only one way to find out, Taylor shrugged. They both went down the small exit and found a dead end. With anger and grief, Taylor threw a rock at the wall. Suddenly, the wall moved like jello. I'm going through that wall, Taylor said. He jumped towards the wall and went through. And yeah. And then Jeff's all surprised with an exclamation mark. Cue this that Metal Gear Solid sound. Well, we. Holy man, Taylor! Jeff cried. Jeff hesitated to jump towards the wall. He walked backwards and ran towards the wall, but he had an urge to stop, and then it was too late. Jeff flipped upside down very fast and went through the magic wall. I remember that was an inside joke between me and my cousin. Okay, Jeff and Taylor fell on a sidewalk that in this huge, unorganized, messy, smelly city where people were going different directions, pushing and shoving each other under the black sky and orange lights. Where the heck are we? Jeff cried, looking at the guy trying to fix his shoes out of a misshapen mailbox. Ha! This must be the dimension they were talking about in the television, Taylor exclaimed. And the mysterious thing, Jeff added. Taylor looked around the city. Aw, man, how are we supposed to find May here? So they're just sitting. Man, that corner does not look so messy and unorganized. Jeez. But there's a random crate, for some reason. Ah, boy, here we go. Oh, jeez. A weird-looking boy walked up towards Jeff. Okay. Masai? Squeaked the boy. The boy was named Steve. Of course he is odd, but very nice. He had a big nose, shaved head, and matching sweater and sweatpants. I'm going to draw you, Steve told Jeff while twitching his tiny eyes. Sure, go ahead, Jeff agreed. After a few minutes, Steve finished. He revealed the portrait to Jeff. The drawing was all sketchy. He gave Jeff sharp teeth, round eyes, and a backwards 4, and big elf shoes. Ah! It's horrible! Jeff crumpled the paper and threw it in a water fountain in the middle of the road. Soon, policemen arrived and arrested Jeff, Taylor, and Steve for littering. After the police car left, a bright light flashed out of the fountain. The portrait came to life. It was made out of paper, but it was 3D. You could see the evil in its eyes. And this is DJ. Of course, there will be a more scientific reason of how DJ was created in a future episode, so can't wait for that to happen.
Heh, heh, heh. I will be called Doodle Jeff, or DJ.
It crawled out of the fountain and walked. Jeff opened his eyes, and he saw prison cells around him. They're in prison next to May. Taylor cried out, May? Where? Who? What are you doing here? I was kidnapped by a stranger and brought here, she explained. Jeff and Taylor's cell door shot open. They went quiet. Both Jeff and Taylor got out slowly. Hurry up, a voice said in the shadows. The two boys hesitated to sit. They were sweating all over the cement floor. May watched with suspense. So, the man said, you are the two big idiots who followed this girl. Hey, she's our friend and shut up, the man hissed. He calmed down. Now let me introduce myself. I am King James, the king of this perfect world. This is James. Apparently I modeled him after James from Pokemon, only with very short hair. Yeah. Okay. Next page, which is the last page. Excuse me, Mr. James. King James, he barked. Well, King James, why did you kidnap May? Jeff asked. Oh, so the girl has a name, James said. Well, I needed to kidnap an outsider, to do this quest for me. What kind of quest? Jeff asked again. I'll explain. He began. There are 4 colored diamonds around this land, and whoever has all 4 diamonds will have unique power. And why can't you get your men to do this quest? Taylor asked. I wanted to see how you outsiders handle responsibility. That's how mad I am, James said. And if you two don't bring me the diamonds in 2 days, we will have to kill May, just like Steve. Don't worry, May. We'll get back soon in time, Taylor said. And that's it. That's the end. I would like to. So, how should we end this? I would like to think that while Taylor is like talking to May, his back is turned to James, and James stabbed him in the back, thus leading Taylor to bleed to death. And then Jeff is all angry, so he tries to fight James, but then he gets his throat slit, cut open by that guy who kidnapped May, and then May becomes James's assistant forever. Pretty dark story, don't you agree? Oh, and DJ became a politician to bring down King James. You know, he's the real hero of this story, DJ. So, there you have it. My God, I can't believe with the whole switching the first person to third. Ugh. Man, I totally forgot what happened in that story. So much fun. But yeah. Yeah, it is a pretty fun story, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. But hey. Okay, on to the next thing.
Alright guys, check this out. Okay, remember last year in my last, in the 8th anniversary special, I showed you like a video game where I created some Jeff and Taylor characters and all that? Well, this is the newest wrestling game in WWE 2K14. You know, me being an avid pro wrestling fan, I had to buy this, especially when I heard that you can create up to 100 characters. So that is like godly to me. Godly, oh my gosh. But I'm not going to use all 100 slots to create Jeff and Taylor characters. Only a few of them are actual J&T characters. And I'm going to show you them, because the other ones are irrelevant. And no, I haven't reached to 100 yet. That'll take me quite a while. But yeah, let's just go through creations. Let's go through entrances. Let's see their entrances. So I think that'll be fun. I don't think I'm gonna play the games just because, you know, the gameplay is so different from last year, from previous installments. So I'm not good at that. But yeah, I'm good at creating. So here we go. Sweet. So we start with Jeff Jefferson. This is his entrance. He's about to fight. I added long hair to him because this is like in the future or something. He would totally do this too, dancing. Yep. It's like this is his first match, you know, just reacting to the fans and all. Look at him as if he knows what he's doing. He has no clue what he's doing. You know, it's like he's about to wrestle for the first time in his life. Which reminds me, there will be an episode where Jeff and Taylor will wrestle. Like backyard wrestling. But yeah, that won't happen for a while. Anyway, here up next is Taylor. Alright, here we go. And he's rocking out. It's awesome. I like the graphic in the back, you know, with Zack Ryder's, you know, that's the headband and spiky hair. I thought that was perfect for Taylor, you know. And look at Taylor just dancing. Taylor is a bad dancer, just like Jeff. So this is amazing. This is funny. It looks like Taylor shaved the back of his head, and he tripped all of a sudden. Oh, Taylor. Just don't mess up again. You're in front of tens of thousands of people. Don't mess up. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it happens, you know. But he's still confident. That's what counts. Up next is DJ, Jeff's evil clone, and future politician that would take down King James. Yeah, that's his Twitter account down there. Since, you know, all the FSW superstars are forced to have a Twitter account, DJ is like, fuck this shit. So, yeah. So he named his Twitter account that. Because since he's not one into social media. And he doesn't like the crowd either. Just look at him. It's like, oh my gosh. These assholes. I have to perform for these guys. They don't know anything. I saved another dimension, and then I destroyed it. Pay no attention to them, DJ. Just go. Yeah, he's just taking his sweet old time. And then he's yelling at them, showing them who's boss. Yeah, okay. I added some girls, too. This is Ashley. This is the best I can do with Ashley. Yeah, not much to say, you know. Just, you know, it was fun to create her, I'll say that. For two big reasons. Uh-huh. Yeah, I only made Ashley and Chris. Lily and Jennifer, you know, I don't imagine them to be wrestling, you know. Because Jennifer is not one that likes sports in general. And Lily doesn't think that pro wrestling is such a womanly sport, so, you know. Okay, so like I said, here's Chris, you know, since the other two aren't here. Yeah, she looks very tough here. And her boobs look ginormous. That's how she is. It's amazing, you know, this game that's targeted for like what, preteens and teenagers. Then you can just inflate those boobs, man. You just inflate them on your created characters. I also like the full bodysuit I gave her instead of her basketball jersey. And look, number 26 right on her ass. Because since she is number 26. Nice little shake she's giving us. Yeah. Okay, so for fun, I made Jeff and Taylor's female clones. Yeah, this is Jenny. You know, my drawings of Jenny, you know, people give her a bad rap for looking so ugly looking. But in here, I think she looks pretty. She has a pretty face. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty provocative shirt she's wearing, but that's what she wears when she wrestles. You know. And last but not least, here is Taylor's female counterpart, Trina. Tee hee hee. I had fun creating these fake Twitter accounts, with these characters. Yeah, very interesting song I picked for her. It sounds, and it won't show later, but when you hear it, it sounds like a woman, like enjoying herself. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that will happen in the song. I just heard the first few seconds, and I'm like, okay. But hey, if Jeff and Taylor become girls, they would be so cute looking. I mean, I know that's creepy for me to say, but hey, whatever. Let's wrap this video up. We've seen enough. Okay, here comes the hardest part of the video, which is the speech. I mean, this is totally unwritten. I mean, not a lot of my stuff are written, so I'm just going to tell you guys up front that over the last few months, I have not been inspired enough to do things artistically. I mean, I haven't been updating my website in like over a month, and I haven't updated my DeviantArt that much either, because I just don't know. I mean, but yeah, you could say I'm being distracted by other things like work and video games and all that stuff. But you know, if I'm inspired enough, I can draw and forget all those things. But I just don't know why. Maybe I just give it up on this year because, you know, this whole year has been pretty, rough on me. Not rough, but it's not anything terrible happened to me. I'm thankful for my life, but still, it's just artistically, this whole year has been pretty weird. I mean, you will see in the end of year slideshow in New Year's Eve, you will see some never before seen artwork that you would think is weird. Just letting you guys know. So, well, could talk about this. You know, I've been asking myself, what do I want out of life? What do I want to have that ideal life that I want, that I need in order to survive? Well, one thing is to make Jeff and Taylor the next big thing. You know, I want it to be an animated series. I want it to be an animated movie. I want action figures. I want spin-off books. I want, you know, a whole bunch of fan art and all that. And you know, it's great. It's a great feeling that I want to build this whole multimedia empire from the ground up. You know, just one person. It's just me. That's a lot of us need to be reminded that I'm just one person doing all this. I have a comic series and a website to update, you know, frequently. I have my single works. I have my YouTube videos in 2 channels. I have DeviantArt. I have, you know, I try to chat with as many fans as I can. Not to mention, I have the Jeff and Taylor Facebook page, the Twitter page, which I really don't update that much either. But yeah, and I have my blog, which I haven't updated in probably 4 months. So yeah, keep in mind that I'm just one person, but I'm doing a lot. Not just with the episodes, the 50-page episodes, but with the quickies too. I mean, I don't regret anything. I don't regret starting this comic now, you know, because, you know, I have done a lot. You gotta give me credit for doing a lot. Like, I self-published 2 volumes already, and I have gone pretty far with my comic, and it'll only go further next year, because I've been telling myself, like, ever since, even years before this, I've been looking at the year 2014, you know, and being that 14 is one of my favorite numbers, it's like my lucky number, 14. It is, I'm going to work my damn hardest to make 2014 the best year of my life, to be a successful year. I really hope to get really noticed and get this comic, to get this project up and flying for a lot of people to know. You know, because in 2014 I'm planning to do a lot of things, like update my website frequently. I mean, I'm probably going to have to sacrifice my personal life and friends and family and all that, probably. But, you know, I just want to do whatever I can to make this thing successful. Because that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of failing, and I'm afraid of you guys hating me. But, you know, I just don't know. That's the thing. Even though my artistic life has been pretty crappy for the past couple months, I still won't give up. I still won't, because that drive is still inside me. That fire is still inside me. That desire to be successful. I mean, I have created. This is just a tiny fraction of characters I've created. You can't tell me that this job isn't for me. That this path that I've chosen is not for me. Oh, I've done this stuff for no reason. I call bullshit on that, because there's no way that I've created like over 300 characters. If you combine all my projects together, that's over 300 characters with distinct personalities, each of them. You can't tell me that I've done that for no reason. But dang it, I'm gonna try my hardest to actually get this to get my cartoons noticed. I want to be, I just want to be successful, and that's something that I've been wanting ever since I was a little kid. You know, I want to be noticed. I mean, I was jealous of the other guys in school who were like jocks and all that, getting noticed and all that, getting awards. I have never won an award for any of my artwork before. Never. Not even a ribbon, not even a certificate or something like that. Never won anything. You may laugh at me about that, but you never know. I might get an Emmy or something. If a Pulitzer Prize, maybe. Whatever the biggest prize is for literature or comics, I might win that. Who knows? I might win a webcomic award. I mean that'd be cool, but still, I want to do that. I want that to happen. There's no way I'm gonna give up, man. No way. And same goes with you. If you have a dream, any dream, like if you want to be a pro wrestler or something like that, or be a movie star, an actor, a singer, anything in the entertainment business, or pretty much anything humble, like a garbage man or a firefighter, a policeman. If you want to save a person's life by doing any of that, you can do it. If you're really hell bent on it. That's what I believe. Manifesting. If you have positive thinking about your goals, then they'll happen. I mean, there's a lot of things that happened to me that I really wanted, and then it happened. But yeah, and it can happen to you. And to all my fellow cartoonists out there who really want to have this, who really want to have your own comics and cartoons be out there, I'm telling you guys, it'll all be worth it in the end. We may get knocked down, and hell, everybody gets knocked down here and there, but you have to get up before the referee counts to 10. You have to get up, because in the long run, it'll be worth it. Because all the all-nighters you pulled, all the meals you skipped, all the sacrifices you made, they'll all be worth it in the end. Because you'll be successful. And then you'll be a limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing son of a gun. And that's all because you never gave up. I'm sorry if this sounds so cheesy and cliche, but to hell with that. It's the truth. I'm gonna tell you guys that. I mean, I've been told that maybe this job isn't for me. this whole cartooning stuff, but I really can't imagine doing any other job, because, I don't know, well, maybe a teacher, but I don't know how that will end up. But for now, I'm just going to focus on what I really want out of life, and that is to make comics, be a creator, and hopefully go into other opportunities to make my huge dream come true. And also having a wife and kids, that's really nice too. That would be great. But for now, I'm just going to focus on Jeff and Taylor episodes and updating the website as much as I can, especially starting next year. I mean, dang, if nothing happens, if nothing big happens next year, it's like if it's December, nearing the end of 2014, and nothing, and it's basically the same as it is now. I'm still not gonna give up, but you know, you guys have my full permission to just call me a loser or something like that. You can call me a loser, you can call me lazy, but I still won't give up. You guys have my full permission. If I fail next year, if nothing big happens next year, then you guys can give me all the hate comments you want. Because, you know, all you haters out there are proven right. You are proven right. But dang, I have gotten some comments saying that I'm lazy and all that because I haven't been updating my stuff frequently. Because, you know, I am busy and I haven't been uninspired, which happens to all of us. But hey, I'll be getting my revenge. My passive-aggressive revenge. So there you have it. Anyway, congrats to Jeff and Taylor for their 9th anniversary. I'm going to make number 10 next year, an even bigger video. So, without further ado, thank you guys for supporting me and watching this video. And that's I don't know. Okay, bye. This is the end of the video. So, okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now. Speeches are so hard, man. Sometimes I want to be inspiring again. You know, I just fail at that too. So, okay, bye guys. If you're a new viewer or something like that, I keep saying that, something like that. But I just want to, if you guys are very interested in Jeff and Taylor and my videos, then go ahead and subscribe and watch my other videos. And hope to see you in the future, face to face, in a convention. So, see you guys later. Jeff, I'm out. Goodbye.